plane back, even if it cost us their lives. They stood up, they fought, they took the plane down themselves. If we're going to die, we're going to die our way. All right, here's a video. We're talking about situational awareness here. We're talking about avoiding. This is in Panama City, Florida. It's a school board gentleman here is really upset that they raised the school tax 0.5%. 0.5%. They raised the school tax there. He is upset. He doesn't have kids in those schools. Why is he having to pay for this? Why are you raising my taxes? He goes to a school board meeting and he's in talking to the school board. What are they doing? They're doing nothing.
Paying attention.
They are in code black, condition black. They have froze. They don't know what to do, so they do nothing. They never ever considered scripting. And big boy there in the brown suit, even when the shooting starts.
He looks like he hit. Another shot comes. He's hit again. 2 shots. Just unbelievable. And
there was a school ISD on the side, finds the bad guy, shoots the bad guy, puts him down. Calls start going out. 911 calls. Got a shooter at school board meeting. Is it fixing to be raining police? You're inside that school board meeting. What should you do when the police show up? We're going to get to that here in just a second. All right? You're at the scene. You're there. You're not involved. You're a victim. Do we know who you are? No, we don't. Do we know how many shooters there are? No. Everybody's a suspect until we figure it out and get it under control. We're there to save you. Can't happen to you if you're there when we come running in. It ain't going to be pretty. Guys here had it overwhelmed them. And this isn't a defamation. I'm saying, sir, I understand you're upset about the taxes being raised. I get it. I don't have kids in the school district either. It wasn't me that raised your taxes. It was that guy right there. He did it. What's that? You just got to have a plan to work. All right, avoid. Get out of sight. Get away. If you're an exit, can we make an exit? Can we find a secondary exit? We're in a building that's got sheetrock walls. Is sheetrock pretty fragile? I'm going through that wall. I'll get my hiney through that wall, I tell you. I may be squeezing between some studs, but I'm going through that wall. If that's my only way out, if I can't go that way, I'll find a way through the wall. I'm going to knock out a window. Is there anybody in here afraid to jump out of a second-story window? No. You may break your ankle or your leg. You okay with that? It's better than getting shot in the head. Find a secondary exit and get out. Our number one job is to avoid. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Get away from the bad guy. Avoid. Do not give him targets. How long do we need to avoid? 3 minutes. Just give us a chance to get there. Call 911. The clock starts ticking when we get that call. From the time it's dispatched, we arrive within 3 minutes, a lot of times sooner than that. Call as soon. Do not deny. It's happening. Let's go with this. Let's notify the authorities. Let's call, and let's get the heck out of the building. Deny. If we can't escape, we're going to deny, like we talked about. Now, there's ways we can deny this room. These doors open out. It's hard to lock them. But if we close these doors, you see this opener up here on this door? It has to spread for that door to open. What if we take a leather belt and we start wrapping around that thing and tie that off? It's going to make it very hard for him to get that door open, right? Yeah. Or we tie something around a doorknob and we get back on and we hold the door shut. Could that work? Use our heads, but we got to think about this ahead of time so when it happens, defending this stuff, start cramming all those in front of the door. In law enforcement, wear the board. Don't stand through the door. Let's just face that away. So we'll put him up here. He's an active fight. Fight sucks. But if I have to, I'm going to hurt you. And that's the mentality you have to have when it comes time to defend your life. Attack him. Control the weapon if we can. Get him down and just beat the crap out of him. It's your life. You have the right to defend yourself. The Penal Code in Texas says you can. Chapter 9, go read it. If you fear a serious bodily injury or death, you can use deadly force to prevent you from being injured, right? This is serious bodily injury or death here we're talking about, right? You can defend yourself up to and including deadly force. Do not be the victim. Fight for your life. Stop this person. Do not let him kill people. If he comes into your room, deny that, defend, and fight him. What is my clicker? Oh, there it is. He stole it from me. Darn thief. All right, when we talk about defending, we talk about having that fight to survive, that mental mindset. I will not die today. I am not going to be a victim. This is Lieutenant Brian Murphy. He's an officer up in Wisconsin. It's a Sunday morning. He gets dispatched on an active shooter call at a mosque, a Sikh mosque in their community. He looks on his computer. They have the GPS system on the computer. He can see where he's at, where the call's at, and where everybody else is in the city. Guess who's closest? He is. Crap, here we go. He is there within a matter of seconds. Pulls into the parking lot. He's got a patrol rifle with him. He's going to get his patrol rifle out, but he knows it won't come out of the deal. The lock is messing up. It's a pain in the butt to get it out. So he says, I got people down right here in the parking lot. I don't have time. Screw the rifle. He gets out. He starts going up. He's got two bodies on the ground, laying there almost on top of each other. As he gets closer, he realizes they're dead. They're gone. I can't help these people. This is serious. It is what they said it was. I gotta get back and get my rifle. As he turns to go back to get his rifle, the suspect comes out the front door of the mosque. White male, t-shirt, blue jeans, backpack on, holstered pistol. Does he look like he belongs in a mosque? No. Where is that our shooter? Oh, absolutely. There's our shooter. All tatted up, nice and pretty, with his little white beater tee. At the same time he draws his gun, the shooter draws his gun. They fire at the same time. The shooter wins the fight. He's a better shot. Catches Lieutenant the chin. Cannot talk more than a whisper. 10-11. That's a significant injury to the throat. His stun goes back, kind of loses grip on his pistol. He goes down, tries to regroup behind cover. He comes back up, still in the fight. Suspect's gone. The suspect has some tactical awareness. You fire a shot, what do, guys? You move, relocate, get out of position. Don't let the bad guy know where you're at. That's what this guy, the suspect, does. He fires, the officer goes down, he relocates, he flanks him, try to re-engage the threat. He's taking rounds from the side and putting rounds on him. He is thumb on his gun hand. You know what he says to himself? His thumb is almost amputated from the round. And he says to himself, that's going to leave a mark. He is now down, he's lost his gun, he really can't defend himself. He is now crawling, a low crawl, to get that rifle. Bam. Still shooting him. He is an error at one time as he thought about getting, you know what I was thinking about? She wants to go to Florida. And he knows the plan just got seriously screwed up. Man, my wife's going to be pissed. And he's still crawling to his car as a guy standing over shooting. He says, thank God this guy's quit shooting me. Boom. Boom. One round hits him in the back of the head. Winds up going around, coming out of his forehead. Doesn't penetrate the bone, it just glances and goes around in the skin. Very traumatic. Fighting for his life. At no time does he say he is trying to get to his rifle so he can kill this SOB. Other patrol officers now pulling the driveway. They see all this, like suspect, boom, boom, boom. Suspect is down. It's turning up to Lieutenant. And they realize Lieutenant laying there. The man that put his life up to them, with one of those boys could get out, get down to church, go help them. If they didn't help him, he wasn't going to live. They scooped him up, got him out of there. He was shot 15 times with a 45. That's him right there. He lived to tell about it. The mind is an amazing thing. It's capable of so much amazing stuff. If you tell you will not be a victim, I will not die today, guess what? You're not going to die today. But you have to make that decision. A victim. I'm not going to be a off, and I'm going to stand up and fight for my life. That's what this is that day. Virginia Tech shooting, the young lady we talked about earlier. The shooting started there at Norris Hall, room 206. The suspect had already killed 2 people back in the dormitory, comes across campus to the other side of the campus where the hall is. He goes in and he chains all 3 exits closed. This is like a big stone